Hello, my name is Patrick Balsanti, and this is my YouTube presentation for Intro to Business Management. My topic was compensation, and when dealing with employee compensation, it is always best to look out for the needs of your employees and how to make them happy, especially in the kitchen, where the work is hard, the hours are long, and it can be very strenuous and draining on a cook or a server alone too. Whether it be one weekend night off a month, health benefits, whatever you choose to do should reflect you proudly as a boss and be an employer that you want to work for, one that you enjoy working for. Giving your employees the ability to earn compensation gives the employer a added advantage to allow them to maintain staff happiness within their business, and it gives employees the incentive to continue to work for you, to want to work for you, to work hard for you, to do the best that they possibly could or can. On the other end of the spectrum, if you don't offer any form of compensation, you need to be able to make sure that your employees are happy with their job. You have to maintain competitive pay, encourage a hostile-free and productive environment, make them want to stay, and make them want to work for you, work hard for you. The article that I picked is basically along those lines, but it's a lawsuit that happened here in Chicago to Charlie Trotters in the Lincoln Park area, and it is from 2003. It's a little old, but I believe it proves a valid point of what you shouldn't do as a manager or an owner, a chef owner. Most of us in this industry know, especially in Chicago, know Chef Trotter. His restaurant, Charlie Trotter, has been opened for 22 years. It has been awarded 2 Michelin stars, numerous write-ups in magazines and newspapers. But he made a decision that his wait staff should pool tips at the end of each night, and they would have to turn them into management at the end of each night. He then would distribute the tips among the staff on their next paychecks. Charlie Trotter has, for a seat there a night, is about $200. So throw in wine and liquor and whatnot, you could go upwards of $400 per plate. And a former waiter said that a single waiter would pull in $1,000 in tip money a night, which would have to be then turned into management. He also stated that in a month that total tips left would be around $100,000, and all of which was then given into management, of course, throughout the weeks. And the waiters were paid a base wage, and they did receive tips on their paychecks as guaranteed. But one of the waiters made $65,000 a year. And if you do the math correctly, that's way less than what they should be pulling in due to the tips alone. So there was something going on. There was money not being accounted for, and that's not okay. There's no way a chef should be running his restaurant like that. A manager should allow that. A manager can even allow that to happen. When asked about the question, Chef Trotter said that he thinks that there is a more defined way or refined way to compensate the staff. He said that substantial surplus in the pool would be paid out to the servers as a bonus. I don't see why he should, or why he could, withhold tips. You should get the tips when they are given to you, or at least your full tips at the end of each pay cycle. I mean, it shouldn't be a bonus. These are the tips that you worked for. So this lawsuit is amongst, I think, 20 people, and I just can't imagine what incentive gave him that idea that this compensation of an added bonus from withholding tips would be okay. Like, looking at the case, it's not compensation at all. It's wrong, and it should never have been done. I could never dream of garnishing tips like that, especially for people that work that hard for those tips. Whether those allegations were true or not, I don't know. I really didn't seem to find out a true answer. It seems to be buried somewhere in the internet. The complainants, also a big thing, allege that Chef Trotter used the tip money to pay other employees such as managers, office staff, cooks, to compensate them, but they were taking away from the hard money earned from the waiters. So, rehashing this, that's not compensation at all. Yeah, you may be compensating someone else in your business, but you're stealing from other employees that work for you, that are delivering your food, that are filling up your patrons' wine and water glasses, and it's not compensation at all. It's just juggling the word compensation. And yeah, it's wrong. So don't do it.